All right, hi everybody. I think I'm going to show you a quick problem with some cubes before I actually do the book. So that is the page that we're going to do that I just showed you. I'll show it to you again in a minute. First, I think I want to show you some cubes. So let's say I am at a pet store, and there are 12 puppies there. 12 puppies. So I'm going to get a cube for each puppy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now I know what you're thinking, right? We have too many ones. Well, today we're going to use a lot of ones because we are going to be trying to find missing parts. So we're just going to be using ones today for the most part, okay? So, I needed my whiteboard. There are 12 puppies, right? So I'm going to label all of these cubes here. Okay, that is all together. That is 12 puppies. Okay, so there's my 12 puppies. Now, there's a little bit more to my story. Let's say 8 of my puppies have spots. Okay, you hear that? 8 of my puppies have spots. The rest of them do not have spots. So my question is, how many of the puppies do not have spots? Okay, so I know 8 of them do. So let's go ahead. I'm going to put 8 of these puppies on one side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to kind of scooch them together so we can see that these are the ones that have spots. I told you that there were 8 puppies that had spots. So that means that the rest of these puppies here do not have spots. How many puppies do not have spots? Here they are. Count them. How many do not have spots? 1, 2, 3, 4 puppies do not have spots. That's my answer. Okay, 4 puppies do not have spots. So if I was going to write an addition sentence for this, I would say that 8 puppies plus, here's the one that we didn't know, right? I knew that 8 puppies had spots. I did not know how many puppies did not have spots. And I knew I had 12 puppies altogether. So here we're trying to find the missing addends. We've done this before. It's been a while. We had 8 puppies. We knew we had some more without spots, and we knew we had 12 altogether. So what number here is missing? I'm going to pull a stick. Kai, what number is missing? 4, right? 8 plus 4 equals 12. So my answer here is not 12. 12 is what 8 plus 4 equals, but the question was not how many puppies do I have altogether, right? The story told me that I had 12 puppies. But what was the question? What piece of information were we missing? Hopefully you're thinking, what we didn't know is how many of these puppies did not have spots. That's the part that we were missing. So my answer, I could say 4 did not have spots. That is my answer. My answer is 4 because the question was how many did not have spots. Okay, let's do one more. I really need to get a tissue over here so that I can not have to erase with the top of this marker. It takes too long. Okay, here's a new story. I'm going to use puppies again. No, I'll use kitties this time. I know some of you like cats better. Here we go. Let's say I have, I'll do 15 this time. There's 15 altogether. Okay, here's my 15 cats. So I'm going to make sure that I know that all together, I'm going to have 15 cats. Six of my cats, okay, here's one group over here. I'm going to put 6 over here. 6 of my cats are black. Black cats. Actually, I'll write 6 black cats. There are 6 black cats. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move 6 of these right here. There's 15 up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, I know I didn't really count them with you very well, but promise me, I already counted them. There are 15 cats up here altogether. I'm going to move 6 of them into this box because there are 6 black cats. Okay, count them, make sure there's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're good to go. Now the rest of my cats are white. Question mark, white cats. Because my question is, how many white cats do I have? How many white cats do I have? How are we going to figure that out? I want everybody to pause the video and think about how are we going to use our cubes here to figure out how many white cats we have? Pause me and answer that question. Okay, well, if I know that I need 15 cats altogether, I have already got 6 here, so I need to keep moving cubes into this side over here until I get to how many? How am I going to know when to stop moving cubes to the circle? Well, when I get to 15 altogether, right? 6 plus whatever I put over here needs to be 15 because I've got 15 cats altogether. So I'm going to count on. I'm going to say 6 because I know there's 6 over here. And then I'm going to start moving cubes into here until I get to 15. So here we go. Everybody say it. Say 6. Okay, count with me. 7. I'm not starting at 1, right? I'm already at 6. I'm counting on. There's 7. Keep counting. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, take a second. Pause me to count those. How many white cats do I have? Hopefully you counted 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 white cats. My answer is 9 white cats. I need to write a number sentence to go along with this. So, how many did I start with? How many black cats did I have? I had 6. Plus, we didn't know how many white cats we had, right? But we did know how many cats we had altogether. Alex, say, how many cats did we have altogether? 15, right? 15. So 6 plus what equals 15? I'm going to pull a stick. Oh, Alex, I pulled your stick. 16 plus what equals 6 plus what equals 15, Alex? The answer is up here. 9. There are 9 white cats. That's the number we were missing. White cats, right? So my answer, if I were going to write it in a sentence, I would say 9 white cats. Or I could say there are 9 white cats. That's my answer. Okie doke. Let's go ahead and go to the book now. I'll show you that page again that I had earlier. We're not going to use cubes. We'll do drawings for the book, and I'll show you what to do. All right, so this is in your Module 4 book, and it's on page 119. It says Lesson 20 at the top. Pause me while you look for this page. Okay. All right, if you're listening to me, you have found page 119. We're going to go ahead and look at the first problem. Do you remember the steps, by the way, for story problems? There's 3 letters. Remember? Do you see them up here? They're underlined. R, D, W. R means read. D means draw. W means write. Write a number sentence and write your statement, right? We just kind of have to fill in the number here for our statement. They already started it for us. So R for read. Let's read first. When I read, there's something special I need to do, Garrett. Do you know what I do when I read? I circle the numbers, right? Very good. Okay, so I'm reading for you. Number 1. 9 dogs were playing at the park. Circle that number 9. 9 dogs at the park. Some more dogs came to the park. Do we know how many more dogs came to the park? No, it just says some more. It doesn't tell us how many. Then there were 11 dogs. 11. How many more dogs came to the park? There's our question. How many more dogs came to the park? Okay, so here's how we're going to draw this. I'm going to pull a stick. I want to know how many dogs are at the park all together. Emily, do you know how many dogs are at the park all together? So it tells us how many started at the park. There were 9. Then some more came. Then there were 11 dogs. There are 11 dogs all together. Okay? So, how's the best way to have you draw this? I think, let's do this. Let's not start. We know that there's 11 dogs all together, right? But we can only draw some of the dogs. I know how many dogs started at the park. I'm pulling another stick. Aiden, how many dogs started playing at the park? 9 dogs, right? There were 9 dogs playing at the park. Very good. Let's draw those 9 dogs. Now remember, we're not going to draw fancy little dogs. We're just going to draw dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 dogs. I know that there's 11 dogs all together, remember. So am I done drawing dogs? Are there just 9 and that's it? No, remember, some more dogs came to the park. We don't know how many more dogs, but we do know when to stop drawing dogs. We've got 9 so far. When do I stop drawing dogs? Let's see, I'm pulling another stick. Arissa, how many dogs again were at the park all together? 11 dogs, good. So I'm going to stop drawing when I get to 11. But here's the thing. I don't want to keep drawing these dots because I want to be able to tell the difference between the 9 dogs that were playing at the park and the other dogs that came to the park that we don't know how many. So since we drew dots for the 9 dogs that were playing at the park, let's draw X's for the more dogs that came. So I'm going to start here. I've already got 9. And I'm going to keep drawing until I get to what number? 11, right? Because there's 11 dogs all together. So here's 9. Let's draw X's until we get to 11. All right, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Am I doing this right? No, I don't start at 1. Do you remember what I did on my whiteboard over there? Remember how we counted on? I'm not starting at 1 here. I need to get to 11 all together. I already had 9. Remember how we already drew 9? So I don't want to start over at 1. I want to keep counting from 9 until we get to 11. Let's see how much I have right now. So here's 9, and I'm going to count on. I'm not going to start at 1. What comes after 9? 10. So here I'm going to say 10, 11. Uh-oh, I drew too many X's. I made a mistake. I'm going to cross this last X out. You should have 9, 10, 11. We had to stop at 11 dogs because that's how many there were altogether. So we just figured out how many more dogs came to the park. How many X's do we have? I'm pulling a stick. Alexis, how many X's are there? There's 2. 1, 2. That's how many more dogs came to the park. So first we need to write our number sentence. Our number sentence. So I had how many to start with? 9, right? 9. I'm going to write my number sentence over here. You write it wherever you have room. I started with 9. Plus, how many more? Plus 2 more came to the park. There's my 2 X's. Equals, how many dogs were there all together again? 11. 9 plus 2 equals 11. So down here I should put 11, right? 11 more dogs came to the park. No, 11 were how many we had all together. 11 is not how many more dogs came to the park. Lucas, how many more dogs came to the park? 2. 2 X's here. That's what my X's are. I'm crossing out that 11. I'm going to put a 2. 2 more dogs came to the park. You guys, if you make mistakes and you have erasers, I want you to use an eraser. I'm just using something dark so that you can see it really well, and I don't have an eraser, so that's why I'm crossing out, okay? But for math, if you haven't, that's why I like you to use a pencil for math, because once you start to get messy with your math, you tend to make more mistakes. So use something with an eraser and don't just cross out and make it messy. I want you to erase it instead, okay? All right. Let's do another one together, number 2. Okay, you're going to help me do this one. Number 2. Remember, we read first and we circle our numbers. 16 strawberries are in a basket for Peter and Julio. Peter eats 8 of them. Circle your number 8. How many are there for Julio to eat? Okay, there's 16 strawberries in a basket for Peter and Julio. Okay, so imagine a basket with 16 strawberries. Now imagine Peter eats 8 of them. Some of them go missing. Uh-oh. The question is, how many are there for Julio to eat? Okay. So we know how many there were altogether. And we knew how many Peter ate. So let's start by drawing what? What should we draw first? Let's see. Yasir, what do you think we should draw first? Okay, so there's a couple of things that you might have said. And since this isn't live, I'm not sure which one you said. Some people might decide to draw the 16 strawberries first and then cross out 8 of them. That makes the most sense to me. So that's what I think I'm going to do. Some people might have said, well, one of our parts is 8, so we need to draw 8. And then we can keep drawing until we get to 16. That's kind of like what we did up there. But since Peter is eating them, we're getting rid of them, it kind of makes sense to cross out here. So I think we're going to do some crossing out. So we know how many that there are altogether, right? There's 16. Let's go ahead and draw 16 strawberries altogether. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, there's our 16 strawberries. So the difference is this time we're starting by drawing how many we have all together. For this one up here, and for the ones I did on my whiteboard, we started with our smaller part with 9, and then we kept going until we got to how many dogs we had all together. So we're kind of doing it backwards this time. We're starting with the total here, 16. All right, here we go. So there were 16 strawberries in a basket for Peter and Julio. Peter eats 8 of them. I'm going to pull a stick. How could we show Peter eating 8 of the strawberries? Preston, what could we do to our picture to show Peter eating 8? Okay, remember, if I don't give you enough time to respond, pause me while you finish answering my question before I tell you. So Preston, hopefully you said that we could cross out 8 of them, right? If he's eaten 8 of them, let's cross 8 out to show that they're gone. Do we want to erase 8? Is that a good idea? No, we never want to erase our numbers here in math unless you made a mistake, right? Making a mistake and erasing is different. We don't want to erase any of our 16 because what if we accidentally erase too many? Then we can't even see them anymore to figure out where we made a mistake. So if we're when we're taking some away, we don't want to erase. We always just cross out. So since Peter ate 8 of them, let's cross out 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 of them are crossed out. So the question was, how many are there for Julio to eat? I'm pulling a stick. Let's see. Taylor, which dots here are the ones for Julio to eat? The ones that are crossed out or the ones that are not crossed out? The ones that are not crossed out, right? These ones are the ones that Peter ate. All the rest of them are for Julio. Count the ones that are left and see how many are for Julio. Hopefully you counted 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strawberries are left there for Julio. So Julio has how many strawberries to eat? He's got 8. And we need to write a number sentence for this. Now this number sentence might be different than this one because we didn't get more here. We actually got less, right? We took some away. So how many did we start with here? Daisy, how many strawberries did we start with? Do you remember? Look up at the top. Which one of these numbers were how many we started with? Was it 16 or 8? We started with 16, right? All of these strawberries. There were 16. Everybody write 16. And then we took some away. How many did we take away? Garrett? I've called on all your sticks now. I'm going to have to put them all back in. Good, Garrett. Hopefully you said that we took 8 away. So 16 minus 8 equals, well, this is how many we had left for Julio. What is 16 minus 8? Taylor? We already figured it out, right? Our answer is right here. 8 is our answer. 16 minus 8 equals 8. Okay. So we've done a couple of different things here, and neither one is wrong. We can use addition to solve these, or we can use subtraction. Really, both ways are just fine, okay? It just depends on what makes most sense in your head. Let's look at this one and figure out what makes most sense in your head. Number 3. 13 children are on the roller coaster. 3 adults are on the roller coaster. How many people are on the roller coaster? Oh, this one's a little different. So there's 13 children. Hopefully you circled your numbers. I did not. 13 children on the roller coaster. 3 adults on the roller coaster. Question is, how many people are on the roller coaster altogether? I'm pulling a stick. This person's going to tell me what to do first. Everybody think about what to do first, though, even if I don't pull your stick. Emily, what should I draw? Okay. Emily, I'm sorry. I know I can't actually hear you right because this isn't live. So I'm hoping that you said to either draw 13 children or to draw 3 adults. Those are the only 2 options that we have. Those are the only numbers that we have. So I'm going to start by drawing 13 children. That's the first number they gave me. All right, so 13 circles, 13 children. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, I got my 13 here. What's left to draw? Preston, what else do I have to draw? It says there were 3 adults on the roller coaster, so I need to draw 3 adults. Should I keep drawing circles, Preston, or should I draw something different? I should probably make them different, right? Since these are children and the other ones are adults, let's make the adults X's. Children can be circles, adults can be X's. So I'm going to draw 3 X's for my 3 adults. Now this one is even different than these 2 because for these 2, we knew how many there were altogether. There were 16 strawberries altogether here on number 2. There were 11 dogs altogether here on number 1. But on number 3, it's asking us, how many people are there all together? We don't know yet. We have to use our picture to help us figure it out. If I wanted to write an addition sentence, Yasir, to help me, make an addition sentence, Yasir, that matches my picture. Go ahead and pause me while you think about it. What addition sentence could match my picture here? Yasir, hopefully you thought of something like 13, everybody write this down, 13 plus, how many more here? Plus 3 equals, did you figure out what it equals? Everybody pause me for a second while you count these and figure out how many people there are on the roller coaster. All right, you should have counted 16. 16 people all together. So in this blank here, it says there are blank people on the roller coaster. There are 16 people on the roller coaster. Okay. Okay. The trickiest part about word problems to me is trying to figure out, are we adding or are we subtracting? Let's focus on that on our next one, okay? I'm going to get you started, and then I'm going to see if you can do the picture on your own. Okay, let's do number 4. So you flip the page to the back. We're going to do number 4 together. Kind of together, kind of. I'll start you together, then you'll go on your own. Number 4 says, 13 people are on the roller coaster now. Okay, circle that number, 13. There, so imagine a roller coaster with 13 people on it. 3 adults are on the roller coaster. 3 adults. And the rest are children. How many children are on the roller coaster? So there's 3 adults. The rest are children. How many children are on the roller coaster? Daisy, what do we know? Tell me about one of these numbers, this number 13 or the number 3. What do we know in this story, or what do they tell us? Okay, we know that there are 13 people all together on this roller coaster. Good. Kai, what else do we know? We know that there's 3 adults or 3 grown-ups on the roller coaster, right? And then, Lucas, there's something that we don't know. What's the missing information? What do we not know? That's a tricky question. Listen, it says, the rest are children. How many children are on the roller coaster? So what we don't know is how many children there are. It says the rest are children, but does it tell us how many children? Nope, that's what we need to figure out. How many children? So, what do you think? Are we going to be adding here? Are we going to be subtracting? Alexei, what do you think? Everybody think about this. Are we adding here? Or are we subtracting? Well, I'm going to tell you what. You can do either one. Neither is wrong. You can add to do this, or you can subtract. You can get the right answer both ways. I think I'm going to add to get this one because I know that there's 3 adults. And then I know I can just keep adding children until I get to 13 because there's 13 people all together. Everyone draw 3 circles for 3 adults. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 adults. Now think about it. If there's 13 people all together, we need to keep adding until we get to what number, Alexei? We're going to keep adding until we get to 13. Okay, everybody, start at 3. I want you to pause me while you do this. Start at 3 and keep drawing X's, switch to X's, until you get to 13. Go ahead, pause me while you do that. Okay, so here's 3. Make sure your picture matches mine. I'm going to keep going till I get to 13. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, I stopped at 13. How many X's did you have to make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pause me if you need to check your work and make sure you added 10 X's. Okay. We can make an addition sentence here. All right. Addend, could you make an addition sentence for me that would match this picture? Go ahead and pause me if you're still telling me. Okay, good, Addend. So you should have done 3. We started with 3. Plus, how many X's did we make? Plus 10 equals 13. So is my answer 13? Are there 13 children on the roller coaster? No, there are 13 people all together. Which picture is the children? Is it the circles or is it the X's? Our story told us that there were 3 adults. That's our circles, are the 3 adults, which means the X's are the children. And how many X's do we have? 10, right? You could count them again if you needed to. There are 10 children on the roller coaster. Okie dokie, let me see. All right, this video is getting pretty long, so I am going to stop it. You do not need to do the rest. You do not need to do the exit ticket, but we are going to do, let me find it. You should have done this page yesterday, my addition practice. Today you're going to do missing addend practice. So look, all of them are saying a number plus something equals a number. You're filling out the other number that they're adding up. We could do number 1 together. 6 plus something is going to equal 6. Let's see, if I already have 6 plus Arissa, how many more is going to equal 6? Nothing, right? I've already got 6. 6 plus 0 equals 6. I'd like you to do your best to solve all of these If you see the, like the, I was gonna say the blank, like kind of moving around on these couple of lines over here, it's because they just switched the equal sign. So look, for number 13, you're looking at number 13, for example. It says 10 equals 5 plus blank. So what you're thinking is 5 plus something equals 10. 5 plus something equals 10. You need to figure out what that something is. Okay, and this one is 5 plus something equals 9. You see how they just like flip-flopped the equal sign? So pay attention to where the equal sign is. You're always filling out the missing addend, the missing number to add up. That's going to give you the answer. Okay. I'd like you to do this all by yourself. I do not want you to get your grown-ups help. If you're confused about these ones where they switch the equal sign, that's okay. Skip them. If you don't understand it, skip it, okay? I want to see what you can do on your own. I am not grading this. This is just for me to know what I still need to teach you, what we still don't understand, and it's okay. Do your best on it with no help, and we'll go from there, okay? All right. You do not need to worry about doing the bottom parts. I will see it when it's turned in, and we'll talk about it from there. All right. Thank you for joining me for math today. Off you go. I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye.